This is a songbird. It weighs less than a golf ball. And behind it, skewered on the thorns of this one bush, are the bodies of a dozen animals. How does something this small kill like this, with no talons at all? Meet the shrike. Around 30 species spread right across the world. For centuries, people called it the butcherbird, but it doesn't look the part. It looks like something at a garden feeder. Round, small, sweet-faced, singing. And then it does something no other songbird does. Here's its problem. Hawks and owls kill with talons, feet like weapons. The shrike has the small, weak feet of a perching bird. So how does it kill at all? Its answer isn't strength, it's physics. The shrike drops onto its prey and bites the back of the neck, aiming for the spine. But the bite alone can't kill an animal this size, so it grabs the body and whips its whole head, rolling it over and over, several turns a second. High-speed cameras clocked the force at around 6 times gravity. It isn't crushing the animal. It's flinging the weight of its own body hard enough to snap the spine from the inside. A bird the size of a sparrow, killing with leverage instead of muscle. But now it has a body too big to eat and no talons to hold it down. So it carries the body to a thorn and drives it onto the point until it sticks. Now it can brace and feed without holding on at all. It has borrowed a set of talons from the plant, and it doesn't stop at one. Across its territory, it builds a collection of impaled prey, a larder, the only songbird on Earth that keeps a meat locker. And it gets stranger. Some of the shrike's favorite prey are poisonous. In the American South, there's a fat, bright yellow insect called the lubber grasshopper, loaded with toxins, enough to make most birds sick. The shrike eats it anyway, because the thorn isn't just a pantry, it's a laboratory. Watch what it does. It takes the poisonous grasshopper and it impales it on the thorn. And then it simply waits. 1 day, 2 days, 3. Out in the open air and sun, the toxins in the body slowly break down and denature until the meal underneath is finally safe to eat. But here's the real trick. How does the shrike know when the waiting is done? It doesn't guess. It reads the color. While the poison is still dangerous, the grasshopper stays bright, warning yellow. And as the toxins degrade, day by day, the body slowly fades, from yellow to gold to a dull, muted brown. And brown is the signal. Brown means the chemistry is finished. Brown means dinner is ready. It turned a thorn into a detox chamber and turned its own 2 eyes into a chemistry test. So the larder is a pantry, and it's a laboratory. But it is also something you would never guess by looking at it. It's a dating profile. When breeding season arrives, the male shrike doesn't only hunt to feed himself, he hunts to advertise. He stacks his whole territory with the biggest, freshest, most impressive prey he can catch, building the largest larder he possibly can. And then the females arrive to inspect it. They don't just glance at it. They read it carefully. They judge the size of the cache, the quality, how fresh each item is. A larder heavy with plump lizards and fat mice sends a clear message. This male is a superb hunter, and this patch of land is rich enough to raise a family. And it genuinely works. When biologists studied them, the males with the biggest, best-stocked larders bred earlier in the season and fathered the most chicks. His wall of impaled prey is, to her, the most romantic thing in the world. And that very same wall does one more job at the same time. To every rival male thinking about moving in, the full larder on the edge of the territory says one thing loud and clear: keep out. This land is taken by a hunter good enough to build all of this. One behavior, driving prey onto a thorn, quietly doing 4 jobs at once. A pantry, a laboratory, a love letter, and a fence. It is easy to look at a bush full of impaled animals and see only something gruesome, a tiny bird with a horror movie habit. But that isn't what this is. It's one of the most elegant solutions in the whole natural world. A songbird that was never built to be a bird of prey, and so it became something no bird of prey ever managed to be: an engineer. It couldn't grow talons, so it borrowed them from a thorn. It couldn't digest poison, so it turned patience into a way to eat it. It made a pantry that doubles as a poem. And here's the part worth holding on to. These thorn larders are quietly disappearing. The loggerhead shrike, the North American one, has lost around 80% of its numbers since the 1960s, as the wild, thorny, untidy grasslands it depends on are cleared and smoothed away. So if you are ever walking past a hedgerow and you notice a single beetle strangely and neatly impaled on a thorn, stop and look. It means a butcherbird is near. It means the land is still wild enough to hold one. And it means you have just found the calling card of the gentlest-looking killer on Earth. A songbird that solved an impossible problem, one thorn at a time.